Welcome to Psychology Refresh. Today we're going to go over the 7 disturbing traits of an ENTP dark side. Make sure to watch each one of them and find out if you have any of them. Did you know that in addition to MBTI type, you have other key personality functions? These functions are crucial to understanding how you function in society, and they're useful to know as a tool to help you learn more about yourself and others. Today we're going to look at the shadow functions and how they create the dark side of an ENTP personality type. This dark side represents the unconscious parts of our psyche that you have less awareness of and control over. It hosts repressed, unwanted, and overlooked elements of your personality. If you are an ENTP, debater, innovator personality type, chances are that you have already experienced some dark side traits at least once in your lifetime. You should undoubtedly be aware of your dark side, since it will help in the integration of your unconscious and conscious selves, allowing you to better design your life and achieve personal growth. Here are 7 disturbing traits of an ENTP dark side. Number 1. Second guessing. The shadow function, which represents the dark side of ENTP, is their introverted intuition, NI. Because of this, debaters begin to focus on feelings and guesswork rather than patterns and things they can comprehend. They find themselves obtaining ideas for future predictions in a variety of methods that aren't always related. Rather than detecting similarities around them, they try to find ideas and gut sensations within themselves, which are more paranoid than logical. The ENTP, who is generally logical and intuitive, begins to doubt things and second-guess themselves in less productive ways. This conduct can be harmful since they begin to distrust individuals and things in ways they would not ordinarily do. Number 2. Superiority complex. ENTPs use their extroverted feeling, FE, a form of consolation when their dominant extroverted intuition, NE, needs a break. Most forms of teamwork appeal to ENTPs, and they enjoy being a member of a group that values them. Introverted feeling, FI, on the other hand, is more diverse and gradier, manifesting itself as a superficial type of individualism and particular ideals. Debaters strive to portray others as phony and shallow, and they dismiss current trends as unimportant. When an ENTP sees someone who is passionate, they may try to out-passion them in a deceptive manner. Moreover, their moral sense may appear juvenile and as more of an act and pretense to demonstrate moral superiority when it's suitable. Their shadow introverted feeling, FI, can frequently turn inward, causing the ENTP to question their own morality and talents. It's easy to blame themselves and others, and it's even harder to see things from alternative perspectives. They find it difficult to trust themselves and others, and they become more introspective about their choices. The ENTP begins to have trust issues and feels compelled to focus solely on themselves and their own wants. Number 3. Unpleasantness. Because of their shadow function of extroverted thinking representing the ENTP's dark side, instead of looking internally to digest information and analyze facts, they begin to search elsewhere. In an effort to get things done, they may become abrasive in their delivery and act aggressively. Rather than learning from past mistakes, the ENTP develops a fear of failure and becomes irritated when things don't go as planned. This can make them impatient with others and less able to comprehend where they are coming from because they appear to be completely focused on things that would ordinarily be irrelevant to them. If you are enjoying our content, please give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. Number 4. Impulsivity. Extroverted sensing, SE, is the shadow function that is also referred to as the demon role, and it appears in both self-destructive ways, which perfectly represents the dark side of an ENTP. It's also known as an internal saboteur, and it appears when the ego's integrity framework dissolves. It carries negative feelings such as anxiety and anger. Excessive consumption of sensory delights and physical stimulation in general is referred to as SE demon. The SE demon of an ENTP can manifest as reckless and impulsive behaviors to perceived dangers. In response to a perceived danger or feelings of inadequacy, An ENTP violates or gives up their dominant extroverted intuition (NE) while attempting to overcompensate their extroverted sensing (SE). Extroverted sensing allows most individuals to be very aware of what is going on around them and to be in touch with the present moment, but it can also cause the ENTP to stress over many things and behave impulsively and defensively. This is a very disturbing trait of an ENTP dark side. Number 5. Intolerance. ENTPs use their introverted thinking to help them improve and develop their skills and knowledge. They also aid and encourage others with their TI. The ENTP's functions shadow extroverted thinking (TE), on the other hand, is significantly more critical and judgmental. In reaction to increased sensitivity to other people's criticism or scorn, debaters may become more intolerant of disorganization, chaos, and illogical nonsense. Furthermore, they may become domineering and demanding, criticizing and insulting others for failing to fulfill standards and trampling on others' feelings, often without recognizing it. The ENTP's intolerance not only rejects but also devalues other people's beliefs that differ from their own. As a result, despite their excellent communication skills, they are sometimes perceived as rigid individuals. Debaters can get super frustrated when people cannot keep up with their quick thinking. ENTPs are relentless in their pursuit of efficiency, and they strike out at anyone who criticizes their tactics or ideas. Number 6. Uncompromising. ENTPs are naturally creative, adaptive, and impulsive, and they can lead with their extroverted intuition. They have a tendency for being intellectually flexible and open to a variety of alternatives. The opposing introverted intuition (NI) of debaters, on the other hand, can cause ENTPs to become more inflexible and single-minded. When ENTPs believe that someone or something is impeding their ability to express their creativity and uniqueness, they may shift their intuition inwards and remain unaware of other points of view. Debaters are inclined to disregard not only the ideas but even the individuals unless they can back up their claims in a round of intellectual sparring. Either a suggestion can withstand rational examination or it isn't worth considering. Despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary, their use of introverted intuition (NI) tends to emerge as a restricted and diluted assumption of how events will unfold. Number 7. Insensitivity. It is common for ENTPs to miscalculate others' feelings and push their arguments well beyond others' tolerance levels. People with this personality type also don't believe emotional arguments are relevant in such disputes, exacerbating the problem. ENTPs can be arrogant, deceptive, and egocentric. They are always surrounded by thoughts, and while this isn't necessarily a bad thing, the destructive ENTP will go to any length to pursue their ideas into objectives. In order to obtain what they require to attain their next aim, they may lie, deceive, or steal from someone. They can also love teasing individuals to see what occurs. Trolling is marvelous fun for the debater, who is unconcerned about the emotional suffering they cause others. They are unpredictable and untrustworthy, forsaking loved ones in the pursuit of their erratic desires. ENTPs have a tendency to misinterpret other people's feelings or to walk all over them in a discussion or disagreement. They tend to view emotions as irrational, especially when they are young, and they can be very dismissive of individuals who appear to be overly sensitive to them. The ENTP is a lovely and good-hearted buddy to everyone who shows interest in their plans. However, when a person rejects an idea, the ENTP may discriminate, mock, or bully that individual. This is a very disturbing trait of an ENTP dark side. These videos will be really helpful for you.